Right guys, we do return after a pretty poor episode, the mid-season collapse and a wave of corruption from the AI generated referees, who are obviously real life referees, but I'm not going to say they're corrupt because that's a bit daft saying stuff like that. But yeah, still, we didn't have a best episode really, probably the worst one so far in this series. So hopefully we're going to bounce back in this one, but we are going to start off with making a new central defensive signing. Hopefully we can get the guy I want. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure the thumbnail will probably give it away, whoever it's going to be. So, let's get into that. Right, guys, so the dream was that we managed to sign Joska Gvardiol. But, unfortunately, Gvardiol was very much unwilling to join for less than £60 million. So we couldn't, in fact, sign him. So I had to go for the best next thing, which, I mean, the best next thing was Jurrien Timber. But, of course, we didn't have enough for Jurrien Timber either. So we've had to settle. I mean, settle Mark Guehi's a fantastic defender in real life. Currently a future star in one of the FIFA promos as well. So, yeah, we're going to sign him. We've agreed like a £30 million fee. Plus Dan Burn, who deserves more game time than he's getting. In real life, he's fantastic. On FIFA,
he's a little slow.
Not so much. So I've decided to trade him for Guehi. It's basically like for like, strengthening the defence a little bit as well. And hopefully we can agree a decent salary from 80k a week seems about right from what overall he sort of is. And yeah, very good signing. Let's see him hold up the Newcastle shirt. Fantastic first signing in this January transfer window. Here we go, holding up the shirt. Phenomenal signing from Crystal Palace. I hope the board agreed too. He's got that certain swagger about him. I mean, this is the big one. Let's see how the board react to this signing. I think it'll be a decent rating because we've obviously got him for cheaper. But obviously, Dan Burns had to go as well. The player value is £25.5 million. We've paid about 33 plus Dan Burn. But yeah, good competition for Fabian Schär's place. And of course, we can go on and sign Joska Gvardiol next season if everything goes to plan. But we're not quite done just yet. We're going to sign 25-year-old, 80-rated Mexican international Alexis Vega. These are like 87 dribbling in game, which is phenomenal. We should bring him to bolster that front line. Maybe only play for half a season. We could sell him next season, but yeah, we've got a few injury problems through the front line, and he just seems like a surefire player to add to the team, add to the repertoire of players we've got. And he's agreed on a £63,000 fee, 4-year contract, important first team role. So yeah, transfer business done for January. Let's see how we do in this Rotherham game in the FA Cup. Let's get into it. Simulation. Right, so the B team get a very impressive 4-1 victory against Rotherham United. Anthony Gordon nets a hat-trick and Vega scores on his Newcastle debut as Ogbeni scores for Rotherham. Gordon gets a 10 rating and yeah, not a bad first game for us. Very, very good result indeed. And for some reason we take off Guehi, we got a 6.7, but still. Very, very good result, 4-1, and now I've got a couple of Premier League games to sim, so let's get into the first one of those. Hopefully, back-to-back wins in the Prem. Let's see how we do in the first one. But unfortunately for us, we do actually manage to draw 1-1 versus Wolves at Molineux. Obviously, St. Maximin opens the scoring front in the 71st minute. Adama scores in the 86th minute to get the equalising goal. But yeah, not the best result in the world. Again, not the worst result in the world, so it's not too bad. But I've decided, because we've got Cardiff after this next game against Bournemouth, I am actually going to play the game against Bournemouth because we don't really play against many teams in the lower half of the league. So let's see how we're doing that. Hopefully, again, we get a win. And come on, Newcastle. Let's start off with a recovery. To be honest with you, we need more wins in this episode. So let's get into it. So Bournemouth are actually doing surprisingly well this season. They are inside the top 10. And hopefully we can get a win against him. Let's see our team though before we kick off. Right, so for us, in goal, of course, Pope starts with the back four of Trippier, Schär, Guehi making his league debut, and Matt Target. Rodrigo de Paul, Guimaraes and Willock make up the midfield three, with Vega making his league debut, and Isak with St. Maximin as the front three. Let's start with these highlights. Want a pummeling here. Willock looking for that ball towards Alexander Isak. Isak pulls it back towards Willock, who can make it 1-0 straight in the top corner. Joe Willock with a brilliant finish, set up by Isak very, very well. That's 1-0. That's a good start to this game. Opening 10 minutes, 1-0 Geordie boys.
One minute, 37 seconds later.
Oh, Matt Target. Matt Target intercepts. Can Matt Target be on target? Yes, he can. The meme name himself, Matt Target, wins the ball back in a dodgy area to give it away. Bournemouth go 4-0 down. And this is becoming far, far too easy. It's just woeful defending again by the Cherries. And this is horrible to watch. No goals. Yes. Oh, no. Trippier. You absolute fool. What is he doing? Why are Bournemouth celebrating? You're 4-1 down.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Rodrigo de Paul. Breaking between the lines. Good through ball. Quick return towards Alexis Fagan. Can he bore all the keeper? Yes, he can. That was far too easy. That's 5. That is absolutely horrendously good. And Bournemouth look dead and buried. Probably last highlight. Matt Target looking for that ball. Play it nicely. Joe Willock, can he make it? 6. Joe Willock straight in the bottom corner. This has been far too easy for an ultimate difficulty game. Bournemouth have been so far away, it's not even funny. That is the last highlight. So comprehensive is the right word to use in that. Only 7 shots and 6 goals is pretty ridiculous. Shows how poor Chavez was in that game. They had 2 shots, obviously scored from a woeful mistake by Kieran Trippier. Still managed to get 6.9 rating, so not too bad. But the man of the match, Matt Target, goal and an assist. What a baller. He was definitely on target in that game.
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it.
Right, so as I say, very good win. We're going to move on into the simulation against Cardiff City now. So after that, I've got Arsenal, but we're going to see how we do in that Cardiff game. We'll breeze through it. Hopefully, we get a comfortable victory in the 4th round of the Cup. And then we've got Arsenal to come, so let's get into them games.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So we do indeed follow that up with a 2-1 victory against Cardiff City. And I'm just going to level with you guys. I haven't actually been recording for about 8 days. There's an 8-day time lapse in between the last game we played and this one. So I just thought I'd level with you, but we have got Arsenal next. Get into that, hopefully another win, and keep us inside that top 3. So we are away from home at the Emirates. Willock returns to face his former side. That's 1 league to the lineup, so let's see the rest of it before we kick off. Both teams. So this is indeed the Arsenal team for this game. Ramsdale starting to go at the 4-3-3, same as us. Tomiyasu, Savic, Gabriel and Zinchenko as the back 4, with Neuhaus, Partey and Fabio Vieira as the midfield 3. Then Bukayo Saka, the captain Ben Yedder, and Martinelli as the forward 3. Odegaard and Jesus on the bench. What a muppet. This is our team though as well, guys. We play the 4-3-3. Pope starts in goal. Captain Trippier with Cher, Botman and Target. Midfield 3, Depay, Guimaraes and the aforementioned Joe Willock, with Almiron, Isak and Alan St. Maximin as the front 3. It's a great team. It's a great game in prospect. Let's see these first highlights. Let's get into the gameplay. Oh, that's lovely play. What is that pass, man? I mean, Isak's got on the end of it, so it's not really the end of the world as Isak runs at his man. Pull back towards a man. Depay's in the middle. Open goal. Oh, it's a pen. I mean, I'd have personally played on there, ref, but, you know, take it or leave it. Handballs are on, by the way. If you didn't realise from that, it's obviously a handball, but it's a bit of a weird one. Looks like it hits his belly. I'd rather just take the goal, to be honest. Right, Isak steps up. We're going to go left. Alexander Isak steps up. He puts it in the bottom corner. 1-0 Newcastle at the Emirates. That's a brilliant start to this game. After Arsenal put us under a little bit of pressure, to be honest. Yeah, it's a pretty solid pen, not going to lie. And yeah, brilliant start to this game. 1-0 Newcastle. Quiet first half, but more importantly, a good first half. So let's continue with that and hopefully get all 3 points. In the nick of time. St. Maximin. Oh, nah, he's running at this Arsenal defence. They don't know what to do with him. Alan St. Maximin. What a goal that is. On the weak foot. What a brilliant finish by Alan St. Maximin. I just lose my head sometimes. I don't know what to do. When they score goals like that, it's just beautiful stuff. 2-0 at the Emirates. What a goal that is. Isak's going to run. Gabriel. Go on. Oh, he has it all. Gabriel slowed down. Isak got past him. Alexander Isak, what a save by the keeper. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, it's good defended in the end. Keep the clean sheet. No, he's got to be off. He's got to be off. What a save by Nick Pope in the last minute. Trippier just retained this ball now. Oof, out of play. That is a very, very good and well-deserved 2-0 victory. I'm really happy with that one. As I said, guys, that is a deserved 2-0 victory. Their last shot of the game was their first shot of the game. I mean, that doesn't really make sense. So I'll rephrase that. Their last shot, or the last chance in this game, was their actual first shot in the 91st minute. So, yeah, that's very deserved over the 90 minutes, if I'm being honest. No surprises on who the man of the match is. Alan St. Maximin had a brilliant game all the way throughout the game. The only person who ran him close, really, I mean, it was a great team performance, was probably Fabian Schär, who was responsible for the fantastic masterclass in defence in that game. And obviously, the fact that Odegaard wasn't started, and either was Jesus. So, yeah, I mean, Martinelli wasn't either. I literally can't work out what he would do in Arteta. But they deserved to lose, and very good result. As we're going to see what we did in the January transfer window and some transfers from around the other leagues, which caught my attention. Yeah, nothing's really happened. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we've signed Vega, obviously on a free, good sign. We sold Chris Wood to Fenerbahce. I tried to sell him to Forest, but Forest refused to lower the asking price. Well, didn't offer enough money, really. We swapped Dan Burn and $23.5 million for Mark Guehi, a better defender, an upgrade on the team. Kraft went to Brighton and Murphy went on loan to Frankfurt. So, yeah, not too bad there. As I said, Kovacic and I think De Vrij, the biggest transfers, along with Fekir to Man City as well. But, yeah, that's January concluded. We're on to February. We've got Tottenham Hotspur next. Another played game. Then two simulations to finish off with, because then we've got Man U and Liverpool in the next episode. So let's get into them and hopefully get some more wins on the board. It's another massive game against a London-based club. Snowy conditions for this one at St James's. Tottenham Hotspur at home. Let's see our lineup. Right, so for this big clash at St James's Park, of course Pope starts to go at the back four of Captain Trippier. Guehi comes in for Schär with Botman and Target. DePaul and Guimaraes retain their place with Joelinton coming in the side. And of course, Isak, St Maximin and the recently re-established Anthony Gordon start as the front three. Let's get into this gameplay, guys. The ball moves differently. Like, not necessarily in a good way all the time, but it just does. Snowy's not that bad. As St Maximin races through against his international teammate, Alan St Maximin makes it 1-0. That's a brilliant goal. Perfect start to this game. Easy as you like. I mean, ultimate difficulty, their defence is all over the place. 1-0 Newcastle already. Oh, what a ball that is. Dejan Kulusevski trying to get past his man. That's never a ball. I knew it as soon as he slid and I knew it hit his hand. I swear down that hit his head. I don't even know what to say. I feel like the gameplay sort of had our pants down there. Is it handball? Oh, for God's sake, it isn't all. Oh dear.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Right, so Kane steps up. Is Kane going to bag against Nick Pope? Yes, he is. Harry Kane scores. Oh, I think it's like his 15th league goal this season. It's a good response from Spurs, but it's very, very lucky towards Joelinton. No one's really closing Joelinton. Joelinton's got a chance to shoot. For God's sake. Oh my God. He used to be a striker and he shoots like that. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's half time anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
But he's been the standout.
Oh God. Let's hope for a better second half. St Maximin trying to get away from Højbjerg. I mean, he really should do. Højbjerg's got 55 pace. I see a gap. So does St Maximin, and he's made it too. What a brilliant goal by Alan St Maximin. He's ran through the midfield from from halfway. What a goal that is by the original Rat.
I got this rat. Annoying, eating fucking rat.
It's just well played. It really, really is. You don't have to deal with them, Spurs. 2-1 Newcastle in a key area. Oh, Target gives the ball away. I could see that happening. Harry Kane with a chance to make it 2-2. Oh, God, I praise Matt Target so much, but that is so poor. Such a bad pass, and Spurs are back in this game. It's poorly defended by me, first and foremost, but that pass is shocking. All level at St James's. Almiron needs a good run from Isak, and it is actually a nice run from the man himself, Alexander Isak, who turns one in towards St Maximin. Back towards Almiron, and he's blocked out towards Isak, and Spurs have got away with it. They've stole a 2-2 draw. Oh, that's so unlucky. That really is. We could have got the winner right at the end of the game. But it is what it is. Not a bad result, to be fair. Yeah, no surprise there, guys. Gucci gets the man of the match. 8.4 rating. 2 goals for him. There's another assist for Isak as well. Another assist for Matt Target. He also got an assist for Spurs' goal as well, though. So it wasn't exactly amazing. Pope didn't really make many saves. We were good defensively, to be fair. Trippier, Guehi, Botman and Target all had reasonably good games. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. Not the worst result in the world. And we'll finish off with 2 simulations against lower league Premier League sides. I'm not sure who they are. I just know that we need to win, to be honest. You know what? That's actually a really good result against Aston Villa. A 1-0 victory. Isak gets the only goal of the game. All 3 points. Wrapped up quite nicely. Pretty dominant performance, to be fair to say. It was only 1-0. And Isak, of course, gets the 8.6. Man of the match rating. Very good result away at Villa Park, to be fair. Difficult team now. Emre's in charge. And we'll finish off this episode with a simulation against the Saints. Southampton. Hopefully we get the dub. Keep us inside that top 3, pushing towards the top 2 now. So we do indeed follow that 1-0 win up against Aston Villa with a 3-2 victory at St James's Park. Wilson opens the scoring, followed by the new signing Vega. Brilliant free agent signing he is. Vega also gets his second to wrap up the victory for us after Maitland-Niles and Nandez bring Southampton back into the game. He gets a 9.7 rating, which is absolutely ridiculous to see. Fresneda also made a rare appearance, got a 7.7, replacing the captain Trippier. Johnson had a decent game. Willock had a very good game apparently. And obviously Wilson giving Isak a rest. So yeah, very good 3-2 victory. And let's see where that puts us in the table to wrap up this episode. So finally it's happened. Manchester City have actually lost the game in the Premier League. They've actually still won 26 out of 27, which is absolutely insane. I'm very intrigued to see who they did in fact lose against. I don't think it'll show me because they have won every game as far as I can see. But yeah, we're still third in the league on 60 points, 12 points ahead of Chelsea. Pretty much wrapped up that 4th place, well, top 4 Champions League that we're looking for. Liverpool are second on 63. We are catching them very slowly after another solid episode. Right, guys, nothing has really changed in terms of the top scorer, top assister, and top clean sheets. As Alisson remains the top clean sheets, Haaland's the top scorer, and DePaul is still the top assister. But I want to take a special look at the youth academy. As we can see, the highest rated player is our new signing, Alejandro Caicedo, 68 rated. Pretty good potential up to an 86. This guy looks really good. Elliot Sadler, 15 years old, 67 rated, and extremely high potential. Same as Miguel de Oliveira. He looks fantastic with 5-star, 5-star, and 75 dribbling. The rest as well, they don't look too bad. I've got a couple of position changes in mind. Ed Harris, he's the actor. He's 63 rated. We're going to try and make him a centre-back, try and up his potential, or at least his minimum rating a little bit more to try and get the best out of him. And this guy, I don't know if you can see, let me just, oh no, you can see it. Yeah, my camera's not in the way. He's got the fancy pass trait, and I know that sounds really daft, but you never get traits in career mode, so I'm quite impressed with that, to be honest with you. So in the next episode, guys, we start off with a simulation home game against West Ham in the FA Cup 5th round. Then we go into the away game against Man United. We're going to play Man United and Liverpool back-to-back, 2 very big games there. Of course, I'm going to simulate against Fulham away from home at the Cottage, our former career mode side, probably the favourite team to manage on FIFA. We've got Everton at home. That's a big game again. I think I might actually play that, because then we've got Leicester and Brighton to simulate against, and potentially Forest as well. We'll see how we're doing for time, because then obviously we've only got 4 more games left for the entire season. So hopefully 2 more episodes. Hopefully we'll have them wrapped up in the next week or so if everything goes to plan. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. As always, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Maybe leave a comment if you feel free to do so. And I'll catch you in another video on the channel very soon, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers.